Can have a little Betta tank update. And what I'm going to talk about is your Betta fish sick or is he just depressed? Jack, which he'll come when he sees these. If you've seen him in the shorts, I say he'll come. Come on. Right. Gone camera shy. I'll tell you when he's coming to view. Got him. Absolutely stunning fish. Been alright for quite a while. I accidentally unplugged the heater. I flicked the switch on it. Didn't notice for 2 days. Buster, who is in this tank here, which you can't see because he just happens to be in the director's view. Absolutely fine. Here he is. When he sees these, he goes mad. So what's been happening with Jack is he's just been sitting in the corner, totally depressed. Maybe he was a little bit sick through the heater not being turned on. It's not a freezing room, but obviously they like warmer temperatures. And he lost a bit of colour in, and you can still just see it on top of his nose. Now when Jack opened up, he used to look just like the Union Jack, and that's why he's called Jack. But he lost some colour, and then obviously the heater went straight back on. There's quite a regular tank maintenance with this tank, and usually there's no algae anywhere. Usually scrape it all, keep it spotless. But he started losing fins, so he's a crown tail Betta. Now if there's anything sharp, they can catch them, they can lose them, but as you can see there's nothing that's really mega sharp in his tank. And it was a case of, right, what's going on with him? Now previously he used to have some red cherry shrimp in there with him, and he's a good lad, doesn't bother anybody really. As I'm saying, he's probably going to eat one of them fish, isn't he? But nah, in general he just looks at everything, never bothers it. He's very gentle. Buster on the other hand, kicked the living crap out of anything. So Buster managed to suck the cherry shrimp through the little vents in between each bay of this Aqua One tank. So the remaining shrimp got taken out. This was all at the same time as me accidentally turning the heater off. So I'm looking at Jack thinking, well, at this rate it's not looking good. You know, I'd get the tweezers out and go like this, and he goes mad when he sees them because he knows what it means. So what we do is we take a bit of food, like so, put it in, he'll come flying up for it, and he's blind today. But anyway, that's where it is. So then we had a choice to make. Do I either get another tank, chuck Jack in his own personal tank, get a lot of cherry shrimp? Is he depressed because he's on his own? Now, who knows? Or was he just ill? I think he was depressed. I actually think, you know, like watching what his character's like, he likes a bit of movement, likes seeing things. Thought, right, what can we do? What's going to be a good tank mate for Jack? But at the same time, it doesn't want to be too big because it's not the biggest of tanks. It's got the volume in it that's enough for a couple of Betta fish, but don't want to put the bio load and make it mental. So I decided I'll buy a couple of Corys, which won't be staying in there long term because they get depressed on their own apparently. I've had them in the past, I've never been big on them. Maybe something I'll look into in the future. So I've got these little ember tetras. They do swim through the vents. Let's see if we can get Jack Buster's tank. So Buster's there, and remember, Buster is a savage. He's not gone for one of the tetras yet, but he's definitely eyeing them up. I think they're too quick, and they're all congregating in Jack's tank now. There was all in his at one point, and they seem to be staying there, so I'm sure he'll find his way back over. So if you're Betta fish, you sat on the floor feeling really sad for him, sorry for itself, and you're looking at it. I tested the water, and just like everything's bang on. Tank's mature, fully cycled. His dietary needs are met. He has a combination of frozen food and fluval bug bites and some Betta mix. I was half tempted to go buy a bit of Betta fix medicine and try it, but when I looked at his scales, everything is bang on. You know, there's nothing, no fin rot. You know, there's no jagged edges where he's literally just shed his fins. You know, I've been finding them on the tank. It was like it was falling out. So I thought, right, what we'll do, I'll only change the water now if absolutely necessary. I just test it every week. I'm going to test it a bit sooner now because we've added some fish. I chucked these Bettas in yesterday, and look at him. He's out, he's about, he's happy to see this again, gets excited when he sees them. He's got mates. Yeah, keeping your Betta fish on its own isn't necessarily a good idea. Buster on the other hand, I don't think he gives a monkeys. You know, he seems quite happy just plodding along the tank on his own. He's very active. Some Betta fish are lazy, but this was different. You know, and it's so sad to see when you look at him now to what he was. You know, if you go back on the shorts and look where he opens up, he's lost all the white fins, everything. You know, they might not grow back the same. See if we can get him to open up. But obviously the priority is making sure that they're happy, because all that would have happened, I can almost guarantee it, is he just end up dying, you know, because he's laid on the floor, losing fins left, right and centre. I don't know, I think he just stressed himself out. Maybe a combination of no heat for 2 days. He lost the colour, like I say, all around his mouth. The colour has kind of come back. Yeah, it's a lot better than it was, but he practically went see-through. You can still see where he looks white in between his eyes. There you go, come down boy. Yeah. Where it looks white in between his eyes, all of that was absolutely bright orange. I don't know, if you feel like your Betta fish is sick and you're not quite sure what's wrong, because I wasn't sure, didn't have a bloody clue. I was looking, thinking, right, what's up with him? Test the water, water's fine. How are the other Betta fish in the other bays? Absolutely fine. I'm thinking, if we've got a disease outbreak, I'd have it across the board, you know, because they share the same water. I thought, right, well, what's wrong with him? Obviously, his cherry shrimp mates had been evicted due to Buster, and the Bettas are quick enough to get out of his way. This group of them seems smart enough to stay out of his bay. Jack has done nothing but swim around. He keeps flaring, like not flaring up, but opening his fins up. He's happy. He's watching them, you know, swimming around with them. I think fish get depressed as well, guys. So hopefully this might help you if you feel like your fish isn't doing too good. You feel like it might be ill. Might not be ill. Might be absolutely fine. Might just be a case of it's lonely, it's depressed, needs to see something. Obviously, most people got a fish tank. They're at work all day. You know, you stick your head in half an hour, 2 hours. I've got a few tanks, so you know, Jack and Buster, they get what, 20 minutes of my time a day. You know, in the morning, I turn the light on for a second, make sure everyone's alright. Yep, cool. Turn light off at day, come home from work, turn light on. Soak some food. Always soak your food, guys. Make sure it's nice and wet before you feed them. And see, he's well happy. He's like, food. And yeah, I guess that lack of interaction was enough for him to go, I give in. And I truly believe he would have, he just sat, would not move for nothing. Put those fish in, 20 minutes later, he's back to his usual self. So hopefully this helps anybody. please comment, let us know if you've got a better fish, and did they have tank mates? See how you get on. Cheers, thanks. Bye bye bye.